Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the cTrader Candlestick Patterns Pro. This indicator can detect candlestick patterns across multiple time frames and display them in a neat panel on your chart. It can identify 34 candlestick patterns and distinguish between inside and outside bars. Additionally, there is the possibility to close positions and the option to start or stop cBots when an alert occurs. Let's take a look at the timeframes panel. Here it is. This panel will show you important information about the symbol you are trading. At the top, we have the timeframes numbers. These will be used when configuring the parameters of this indicator. You will understand this better later. The second row shows all the timeframes we chose to work with. This indicator can handle up to 10 timeframes simultaneously, and you can select any timeframe available in the cTrader platform. For demonstration purposes, let's leave all 10 active for now. On the third row, you can see the direction of the candle in each time frame. That candle can be set to the current candle or the last closed one. Below that row, you can see the size of the candle, measured from the opening to the close price, so the wicks are not included. On the fifth row, you can see the inside and outside alerts. Here, the panel will scan and show where the inside and outside bars are happening. Lastly, there is the chart patterns row. Here, the indicator will scan and show if the chart patterns you selected are present in the time frames you chose. They are color-coded to help you identify bullish and bearish patterns. The names of the chart patterns on this panel will be abbreviated, but don't worry. You can always look at the candlesticks panel to check the full names of the candlestick patterns. The candlesticks panel will show 4 types of information. First, the active candlestick patterns in the indicator. Secondly, the abbreviations of each pattern. In front of each abbreviation, you can see the full name of the pattern. And in front of the names, there will be a count of how many patterns the main time frame detected. Now, let's talk about the parameters. The first parameter is Stop All Alerts. This is helpful when you want to reconfigure the parameters without being interrupted by alerts, or when you simply don't need to receive alerts. Just remember that when you set this to Yes, this indicator will also be unable to close positions and start or stop your cBots, because those features only activate when an alert occurs. After that, there is the timeframe section. Here you can choose all the timeframes you want to work with. The first timeframe will always be the timeframe of the chart. The rest of the timeframes are numbered, so it is easy for you to know where they will be placed on the timeframes panel. After that, there are the timeframes panel parameters. The first parameter lets you choose how many timeframes will be displayed in the panel. Then, there is the triangles type parameter. Here you can choose if you want the panel to monitor the direction and size of the current candle or the last closed one. Below that, there is the inside bars type parameter. This works just like the previous parameter, letting you choose which candle will be used to detect inside candles. I recommend leaving this set to the last closed candle, since inside bars are only confirmed when a candle closes. The next parameter is the outside bars type. Here, I recommend leaving the parameter set to current candle, since outside bars can be detected as soon as the current candle becomes bigger than the previous one. Lastly, there is the panel position parameter. Here, you can move the panel on the chart or hide it completely. Now, let's talk about the candlesticks parameters. The first one is the tolerance level. This is where you set the level of strictness of the indicator when detecting patterns. It ranges from 1 to 5, where 1 represents the strictest. Then, there is the Consider Trend option. If you set this to Yes, the indicator will take the market trend into consideration when detecting chart patterns. I recommend leaving this set to Yes. After that, we have the Use Abbreviations option. This will change how the patterns are displayed on the chart, making it less cluttered. Below that, we have the Panel Position parameter, where you can change where the candlesticks panel will be displayed or if you want to hide it. The next parameters are the Panels Customization. These are simple. Here you can choose the colors of the panels and their size. These parameters will affect both panels of this indicator. Next are the Choose Your Patterns parameters, where you select the patterns you want to work with. Bullish and bearish variants are enabled together for simplicity. So enabling the hammer pattern will also enable the shooting star. I don't recommend enabling all patterns at once, as it can overcrowd your chart and cause confusion. Below that, we have the basic alert settings. Here you can configure how you will be alerted. You can enable sound and pop-up notifications, enable Telegram messages with screenshots, enable email alerts, and even set a comment that will be displayed in the alert messages. I will leave links in the description for you to learn how to configure the Telegram bot and the email alerts. After that, there are the direction change alerts. Here you can choose if you want to receive alerts when a specific time frame changes direction. You can choose any time frame active in the timeframes panel. The next type of alerts are the inside and outside bar alerts. Here you can choose to be alerted when the indicator detects them on any of the timeframes managed by the indicator. You can select to be alerted when either an inside, outside, or both types of bars occur. Then, there are the candlestick alerts. Here you can enable or disable alerts for candlestick patterns. Choose the time frame you want the alerts for, and even enable alerts for all time frames at once. After that, we have the parameters to close positions on alerts. Here you can enable or disable this feature, and you can also choose which type of positions each type of alert closes. For example, a hammer alert is of bullish type. If we leave the parameter as default, this type of alert would close any sell positions present on that symbol. Inside and outside bars are considered neutral, since they can go either way. Some dojis and spinning tops are also neutral, while the rest of the alerts all have a defined direction. And lastly, there are the start and stop cBots on alerts. Here you can choose whether to start or stop them. You can specify the names of up to 3 cBots to manage simultaneously, or enable the indicator to manage all the cBots present on the chart. Just remember that when specifying the name of them, you must write it exactly as it appears in the Algo tab. And the cBots you want to start must be present on the chart. Next, I will show you some examples of alerts this indicator can generate. Here you can see an inside bar alert. Now, a direction change and candlestick pattern alert. Since we have pop-ups enabled in the indicator's parameters, it will wait for you to close the pop-up message before continuing to work. The option to use pop-ups on cTrader is available, but I recommend using only Telegram for alerts. This way, the indicator will not be interrupted. And now, the indicator will close a position and start a cBot when the alert occurs. In this case, I will make the indicator start the Risk Manager cBot that is already on the chart ready to start. Note that because the alert is bearish, only the buy position was closed. That's it for today, everyone. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. If you have any questions about this indicator, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.